God. Hey. Hey. Hello, whoever's there. I am trying to make this basket of copper pipe reduced in size so it's easier to put in bags. And then hopefully get someone to drive me to the scrapyard. If anybody wants to talk, feel free to, or message or question. Nice one. What kind of vodka? Well, I'm better than yesterday because my credit card turned up, so I can borrow some money and not pay it back for about 2 months, I think. And I can borrow money quite cheap, so that's really good. But I also need to get some money to pay for the bike, the percent of last month, so that's good. Oh, I know that one. I've had that one before. Oh. I went online last night. Did you see that? I was rushing, is it? I had this a few nights ago, and I had this again. It was at 7-Eleven for like about 540 yen with tax. It's quite nice actually for the money. But for some reason I like sparkling wine sometimes, especially with pizza. Yeah, I didn't expect it to taste nice for that price, but I was surprised. Because usually if I get a bottle of sparkling wine, I get like a black bottle from Belgium, and it's about, on its cheapest, it's about 1100 yen. At its cheapest, I should say. I don't know if you saw, I was with two French girls last night, speaking French, in the hub at Nagoya Station. So they were quite nice girls. So I entertained. If you're watching by chance today, please click on like or subscribe, so if you want to find it again in the future. I'm not always having this much fun. I like divining. I don't mention divining because then you would think of divine. All right, Corey. Yep, that was the No, no, it's not. It's quite not. Well, we were speaking English and French, and but they did think I was younger than Japanese think I am. Mum's gonna be tired after this. So what did you have for your evening? Mum's are killing me, and I've only just started it. If it's like this, it just takes up too much space. Yeah, they were quite charming. One with a blonde one, and the other one dyed her hair. Very tall. And so my credit card wasn't working. I would have bought them a drink, but my card wasn't working. So I've got to phone the company today and get them to reinstate my spending power. Yeah, I noticed the blooms aren't in yet. In the I just made a video on the Gojo Gawa, and I noticed the tree at the back of my window. Also, the flowers aren't on there yet because they're a bloody pain in the arse. And when I was working as a priest, after I finished work, I'd go and I'd meet the wife and kids, and then we'd go shopping or something like that, or go for lunch. And one day, I met them at the gym in my city, and it was a very cold day, and I just got a shirt on, and that's it. And I said to my wife, I don't feel cold at all. Because I was trying to say like I was genki, like I was fit, and like I said, I didn't feel the cold. And my wife, try, have a think what my wife replied to that when I said I don't feel cold. What do you think she said? Any takers? Yeah, if you can. $25, I can send it to you, Corey. What size did you say? Send me a message on my Enzo at yahoo.com, please. Then I know what it is. Yeah, but I think it's the same. It's the same in Spain. All Spanish people in like February, March in the evening, they've got the jackets on, jerseys, cardigans, and but all the British and the Scandinavians, we've got t-shirts on and shorts. So I'm not sure if it's a mental thing or if it's or if it is something to do with your genes or your body, whatever. But no alcohol for me this morning. No. Oh fuck! I'm ripping this shit. What do you have tonight? What do you have, you guys? What do you eat tonight for tea? We say tea, fucking thing. We say tea in. If you're working class, we say tea. If you're middle class, you say dinner. Yeah, my Enzo at yahoo.com. I've got XXL and XL. But if you get ramen, you can put all the things in there, some nice meat, sausages, eggs. Ramen and pizza, wow. Francis Dupont, is that the first fucking thing you said? Give me a fucking chance. Hello, Ziggy. I say hello to everyone if I see them. Francoise Dupont, your relative killed 2 people. What a fucker. Do you know that film? He was in the film, wasn't he? Steve Carell, I remember that. And I think he was released on some kind of thing maybe last year. You're welcome. Oh, okay, you split it, okay. Yeah, I am about 15 years now, Ed. Did you see those girls last night, Ed? I had 2 hours with 2 ingenues. And one of the girls was friends with Rachel. She'd been round to Rachel's and had a tete-a-tete, which is not to be. I'm not accused. No, no, that's different from tit-a-tit. She is no lesbian. Yeah, Rachel the ginger. Yep, Rachel and June Rachel. So I asked the girl, whose name I forgot. I asked the girl to ask if she knows what she thinks of our guy. She doesn't. She knows me. She's met me, and Tantan. You know the French say Tantan. They don't say Tintin. They say Tantan. I was a ginger. My son's a ginger. You bastard. In the hub pub at Nagoya Station. Barry Lyndon? I don't know. I'm missing some messages here. What is Barry Lyndon? What is that? Is he an actor or a film? Oh, thank you very much. Irish ginger. Well, this is the thing. Such as the Irish giant, and like I've got Irish genes, and my son has got some Irish genes, and my son is like massive with ginger hair. So it's going a little bit darker now, but like I say, he's massive. So he could have got the Irish giant gene. No, what is it about? Barry Lyndon. All this this copper, I went to an electrician's firm, and last year they gave me like fucking trucks full of this. It was air conditioning. They were taking out, or they were replacing air conditioners at JR station in JR accommodation for the engineers, and they hid this behind the rubbish. But I'd already took some wire and some heavy duty cable, and then I saw this hiding away, so I took it because it had my name on it. No, there are some big. Where is it? There's an Irish wrestler who's massive. That guy. Yeah, I don't think I know the film. Irish people have no souls. You could be right to be sure. I don't know about that. Well, okay. Eyes wide shut when I watched that film. So this morning on Facebook there was this guy with Tourette's, and he was and he was doing 3 blind mice. It was fucking hilarious. But he's very popular. He's on YouTube and he got about 4 million hits. I've only seen clips of the Eyes Wide Shut. But those days, Nicole Kidman was very hot. Another ginger. Yeah, Conor McGregor, he seems like a fucking nice guy in person, but a cunt in public. They say he's retiring or something. I wonder how true that is. Maybe it should have a chat show. Nicole Kim, yeah, I know. I think she, but she's that fucking. Looks like she's fucked about with the what do you call it? She's fucked about with the needle in the face, and I don't mean like Mike Tyson kind of needle in the face. This is at the moment. The last time I sold it a few weeks ago, it was 630 yen per kilo. In here, it's not. It's might get down to the coldest, maybe 0, but other than that, not very often under 0. A little Botox in the face, yes. Corey, I'm hoping there's 20 kilos. I always hope for more than I've got usually, but I think at least 15 kilos. So that's about 10,000 yen. But I've also got, maybe I've got a oh yeah, yeah. Where's that from? Canada, Francois. Have you seen the Gangs of New York? That's a pretty scary film. Well, it's a nice day. The sun's out here today, but 65 degrees. That's yeah. It's warm here today, Corey. But I think I'm hoping I've got like the other cable. I don't think I've got any here. So I've got some other cable. Like it's called Pika Pika. That means shiny. Like this stuff. So this stuff here. Like this. Now that stuff is about 650. Zinc, you know, I'm not even had zinc. I don't know if you can find it here. But you could get bronze. Bronze, is that bronze? Yeah. What do you call it? Taps. Am I fucking getting confused here? Shinchu, bronze, I think, that's about 400. But well, like being in the desert edge, you're going to get some hot temperatures, yeah? Pika Pika Don? No, what's that? Is it some kind of food or sexual term? Or he's a shiny Italian gangster. No, you can't. Now I'm breaking it to make more space. It's very difficult to like jump on it and squash it up. Just makes it easier to put in a sack. Oh no, I've never heard of that. Yeah, I think if I went to Hiroshima and I got these little kids coming up to me saying no more fucking nuclear, I'd tell them to fuck off. Because the Japanese weren't very nice to people in fucking Asia. And Hawaii. And I think that if they had got the bomb, they'd have fucking used it without a doubt. Flashbang wallop. But also, I want to barrel. God, one of the best things I saw was like a JCB bucket smashing large television, the vacuum tube, and just poof, just massive explosions. That was really good. If I miss a question, please repeat it, anyone. Now these, like usually these are from air conditioners, and they're surrounded by insulation and copper wiring. If you sell that as it is like that, it's 280 yen per kilo. If you sell the wire itself, it's about 240 yen per kilo. And the tubing, like I said before, the tubing is about 630 yen per kilo. Now, when I used to go to this scrapyard, and it was like non-ferrous. Not because they're haunted, because the council wants to get rid of them. No, I haven't seen those at all. Sometimes you see some Brazilians around this area, but they're just young kids. They just be like punks like they are in England or America. Where would I live? I I don't know, maybe in the mountains. I used to live in the mountains for about 2 months when I was teaching skiing. I could barely ski myself, but they let me teach Japanese kids how to ski. But in that area though, the fucking nightlife closes. Nightlife is quite early, if they have it at all. Like a Friday night, you might get one place that's open. Everybody goes to bed about 9 or 10 o'clock. The street lamp? What's that? That's what I could definitely do in one of those. It broke. I need one of these. So I've got some wire downstairs. I'm going to have to use a grinder to cut it. But it's so fucking expensive, those things here. So anyone see any information about the Tokyo Sakura Festival? Yeah, it's just, they're in the truck, so I couldn't be bothered to go to the truck. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Corey, they're going to burn the trees, yeah. Yeah, there was the minister saying he wants to make Japan more multicultural. 98% fucking Japanese. How the fuck are you going to do that? The Japanese, they're not very nice to foreigners, especially they look down on all the other Asians. And white gaijin that wear the honorary Japanese. I don't know if anyone gets that reference. It's bollocks. One of the most multicultural cities in the world is New York. And they fucking hate each other. They're the rudest cunts on earth. You're putting all those people together like the melting pot. Everyone's just rude, dangerous, violent. Same in London now. You get all these cultures from all over the world. It's one of the most dangerous places in the Western world. Multiculturalism is bollocks. If you want some culturism or you want some culture different to your own, go and fucking visit it in that country. Have a nice time. They'll treat you properly. Because if they come to your country, they'll fucking stab you. No, no, Corey, it is. It is a great city. It's one of the best cities in the world. It's exciting. People are rude in the streets. They don't give a shit. I've been a few times. One of the best nights I went with a friend of a friend, and he was working as that was his job, and he loved it. He lived in Queens, I think it was, and he had a fucking one of those old-fashioned apartments, you know, from the Second World War. That, well, maybe 100 years old. Fucking brilliant place. Probably dead now. Yeah, I have heard of that beard. Who said that? Ed. Yeah, I've actually, I've actually been to the shop, hung around outside the shop, but the staff didn't draw any conclusions, or they just didn't give a fuck. I don't know. Yeah, the right wing. Yeah, yeah, they're always going about. When I had that German guy working for me, he left a job application because where the scrapyard is, there's a parking spot for a few of these trucks, and the German guy I had working for me, who I gave gainful employment to, the ungrateful cunt, he left a job. He had a friend of mine, his wife, to type it out in Japanese. Like I say, if you just come to this channel by chance, please click on like or subscribe so you can get back to it should you need to in the future. I'm saying I saw this arsehole the other day. Where is it now? And it's our Gary. I used to have when I used to break up bicycles, the outer rim aluminum, so I used to cut all the spokes off. Doing anything fun today? This is the fun. So, and when the truck was full of scrap, I used to get like loads of these spokes and just throw them in the back of the truck, and it's so cool to listen to all the spokes working the way down to the bottom of the truck. It was quite funny. Kaplunk, I'm sure that everybody knows Kaplunk, don't they? I want to do some art, but what I want to do is like take piss out of famous works of art. For example, anyone know the Cans de Mierda? It's from the 1960s and it's cans of shit. He was complaining about art in its present form at that time. And he shit in cans and then he sealed them. And then he says that was his artwork. And ironically, it became a very famous piece of work. So what I want to do is get pictures Yes, satirical art. I want to get pictures of politicians or public, for example, Bono, and then I want to get like a tin, and then I put a picture, not a tin or a can, then put a picture of Bono, or for example, Trump or Margaret Thatcher, and just say cans of shit. Bono, if you're watching, you're a cunt. Yeah, I fucking hate Bono. So yes, when I was going into town yesterday to pick up my credit card, I met two young Canadians from Vancouver on the train, and they were there for a 2 week exchange. And then a young Japanese girl came up to me saying, "What's happening? You can't just start talking to people on the train." She said, "Japanese, don't start talking to people on the train." I said, "Well, I'm not Japanese, and they're not Japanese." No, I said, "I haven't got the phone yet." So I'm cleaning out downstairs. Maybe when I was drunk, I dropped it when I came in late. Yeah, yeah, of course I've got monetization, but it's not. It doesn't pay a lot. So I got a few dollars from some Australian guys the other day, and that went into the pot. And so this month it's a little bit more than usual. The iBots. What are you talking about now, Francois? No, the strangers. But because I'm me, I talk to whoever I want to, really. In the Yeah, don't worry, everybody hates me. And see what colour I am, actually. No, my monetization is activated. It was a young Japanese girl Ed, that told me not to talk to people. Yeah, there are a few that aren't monetized because they didn't like it. Oh yeah, if you go to my YouTube channel, Corey, in there, I think for example, it's a private message, but I'll say MYENZO at yahoo.com. That is also my PayPal thing. So yes, I was watching clips of QI. If you haven't watched that, you should watch it. It's a very interesting program and funny. And saboteur, the word comes from uh, France, but the French people, they used to wear clogs, and this clog was made from wood, and it was called a sabot. And they used to throw the clogs into the machine to break the machine because they didn't like progress. And so the English did it as well, but that's where the word saboteur comes from. And also, if you think about it, that's also for clogging up the machine. Probably came from that as well. Clogging the works up. Oh yeah, yeah. No, I've never been to Texas, but when I drove across America, I went the top route. So through Nebraska, places like that. Nebraska, then Sacramento to San Francisco. So the only other, I know, and then we drove from California to Las Vegas, then into Arizona. Yeah, there are some. There are some barren places if you go on the north. If you go the north route, there are some barren places up there. I think it's where they've got the prisons. Morning. Oh, Boca 2000. So I went through Utah, and I visited. There was some Mormons that come knocking on your door. What I did, I went and knocked on their door. So if you go into the tabernacle, or one that's allowed for non-Mormons, they give you a Bible with a family and their address inside the book. And I went to visit them, but at the time the mum and dad wasn't there, so I waited in the car. They came back and just told me about Mormons. Reboot? You can't see me. I don't know how to reboot. You mean? Okay, shall I go to? Hang on. Okay, it's okay now. Okay. Yeah, but I think the Wi-Fi at my house is. I don't think it's been acting recently. Do any of you know what this is? He's gonna give one to a friend, and he fucking sold it for 1,000 yen. And I didn't realise they're worth at least 10,000 yen. They did highlight my channel once, but they highlighted it in fucking Southeast Asia. But since I started live streaming, so like everything's starting to increase, views, time watched. Yeah, but there's a lot of the stuff is also from television, isn't it? And I think when this split shows up, this fucking shit, because they're taking up to. If you had like Graham Norton, I want to watch that. Like like all in one go. I don't want to watch it in 10-minute clips. I've got both. Yeah, it does look like TV is dying. Yeah. When I was back home, I was watching some Coronation Street, probably Britain's most popular program, and they just went from fucking scene to scene at like 30 seconds and 1 minute. There. Fucking just kept on switching backwards and forwards. Fucking drove me crazy. Because everybody's got, everyone seems to have a very short attention. A very short attention span. No, I don't watch. There was a few years ago. I was subscribed to something I was watching, but I didn't have a VPN. They was just showing it, and then they stopped the guy. And I used to watch this show. There was this guy in England who was taking the piss out of Coronation Street, sponsored by Cadbury's. It was fucking hilarious. He used to put clips on the show of what happened, and then, like I say, he'd take the piss out of it. No, my driving license is another 5 weeks away. So now these pieces will fit into a smaller cleaner. Chicane in the subway, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Sexual harassment. I do have a very good story, but I'm not going to tell it. Oh, you mean chicane? Chikan. This Japanese girl that I went to see her in Canada, and like she was being friendly to this homeless guy, and he was asking for money, and she was like being friendly and like giving him some money, and then the situation, because she was like a bit sexy, and so the homeless guy said to her, if you show your leg, I'll give you some money. Which I thought was quite funny. Yeah, well, I suppose if I drank from home, no, no, she wasn't. But she was like I just say, this girl was a bit cheeky. Like she was the first night I met her, she was being a bit indecisive. So what I did, I put her over my shoulder and I took her back to my apartment. That seemed to excite her. She was wearing a kimono. Basically, I think she was a bit of a tart, but nice breasts. That was the solicitor's daughter. All right, were you off all that time, Ed? So this, Tyler Malovets. So this weekend, what I'm going to do, maybe clear the front out and do some busking in the front of my house, but also so I've got loads of video games and clothes. I'm going to try and sell those things, and camera. Oh, thanks. Now there's yeah, bit of exercise, get a bit tired now. I'll have a 30-minute kip after this, I think. So the guy just mentioned that karaoke video, and the mama-san in that film was quite interesting until she fucking wanted to charge me 2,000 yen. But she reminded me of a show in England called Catherine Tate, where she got like an old nasty grandma character. 35mm style lenses, maybe. But I've got some video cameras. I fucking threw one away the other day. I've got some old cameras at the warehouse, and I've got all kinds of things, mate. All kinds of cameras. Again, for a bottle of beer and singing 2 songs that I didn't ask to sing. You know, to sing a song. So I ended up giving her 1,000 and a dirty look. And she told me not to come back. She told me not to come back again. I said, I'm fucking not at these prices. Fucking our Gary Archbishop in the pub. And I do a similar thing where the bar, I set it up with the bartender, and he goes, he says, how much for this beer or something like that? And I said, it's $25. You know the gist, but you can still watch it like. Well, this is what I showed the other night. I got this from my friend Justin. I had like a sparring fight with Justin, and this is like a little skebby. That's like a little skebby sake cup. Does it crash on when I'm in gustos? Yeah, well, I was took the piss out of the Japan.com guy. I go, hello everybody, because it's a very very slow introduction. I wonder if his problems, like he was having problems with YouTube. All right, cheers, Francois. Au revoir. I guys. What are you saying, Ed? Okay. No, but at the end of the day, if I can sit in Japan and people all around the world can watch what I'm doing and talk and listen to me, it's pretty good, isn't it? Japan, I don't. He says somebody's time stamping his videos, but like pedophiles. What is fucking pedophilic about his videos? Never. Well, it's a bit boring, isn't it? That guy. Hang on, I just got to get something from the other room. Now, when I was clearing a couple of years ago, I was helping this guy clear this warehouse out, but he wasn't paying me, so I used to take a few things. This is a massive plate, and that was from a recycle shop, and it was like 38,000 yen from a recycle shop. So God knows what the real I don't know if they've still got the value though. Yeah, but like you say, if it's no fault of his own, it's a bit of a shame, innit? Find any rings? I can't remember finding rings. So if you said if it reduces your... I've got loads of Nintendo games. There you go. So these are just a few of the games. You know, I'm thinking like selling them for like 500 yen a pop. I think that's the going rate. And these older ones, Donkey Kong 64, Mario Tennis. I've got tons of these things, but I need to find some money. Computer, well, I've got about fucking 30 computers. What do you mean by computer hardware? Like I say, in the back room, I've got about 30 or 40, altogether about 30 or 40 computers. The other year, I sold about 60 computers. They were that price. They were like 800 yen. Yeah, I did. Well, they're all in the computers, mate. But I just don't know the value, the value of them. I was getting some security computers at one time, and but like I just all the motherboards, I just scrapped them. So I don't, like I said, because I'm not into it, and so I don't know what's what. But like think, you know, like also there's an electronics place in Nagoya, but they won't give you any fucking money for them. You know, they'll give you like fucking 50 yen, then they'll try to sell it for 3,000 yen. I made there is a video I made of all these games, and there's quite a few, 40 or 50, I think, something like that. Full of hentai. There might have been some. Yeah. Yuri Matsuri. Yeah, they can book off. I went to. I was driving in my truck when my son was with me, and I said to him, I says, where are you going? Or where do you want to go? I said, where do you want to go? And he goes, book off. I said, I only asked. I have sold things like when I cleared a warehouse and I was selling. Teague, thank you very much, sir. I don't. The only times I played computer games was in the olden days. I've tried it. I tried it here. I tried one game. It wasn't working properly. I had no idea what I was doing. Never used to play Space Invaders and one with the fucking was it Galactica? You know, when they all came down like that into the bottom. That was one of the best games ever. But I can not for the life of me figure the donkey barrel jumping thing. That is how people can get enjoyment out of that. It's pong. You know when you say pong, do you mean the table tennis thing? CSG. I don't know what that is, man. I think that would be a good video. I don't know. Could you do it on if you got like a girlfriend and she played the game while you played with the tits? Can you do that on YouTube? I've never heard of it. Never heard of it. The one that seems to be famous now is Fortnite. Yeah, I would like I said, I would love to do it, but I need first of all, I need to get in front of all my fucking debts, and then I need to probably need someone to show me how to play the games. Preferably someone whose tits I could play with while she was showing me. Apex Legends. No, I've never even heard of that one. That'll give you some ideas, Corey. Is Siggy still watching? Discord, yes, I do. So on Sunday night, it was set. Took about a fucking hour to set it up from with some lads from Australia, and now it's on my computer and on my phone. So I think maybe it should still be set up. A phone shooting. Yeah, it took ages to set up, but we set it up, and I was talking to the guys. There were three guys. We did a podcast, and he's doing the. So he's releasing it this Friday. So when he does, I'll put his channel up. I'll make a little video about it, and you can listen to the talk. Went like I said, we were all. Yeah, do any of? I think he was doing some gaming. Did he pack it in? Yes, I did. I cleaned an apartment. This old guy was about 90, and they had this apartment, and it was just full of fucking porn, DVDs, videos, books, everything. And my mother-in-law helped me clean the apartment, but and I don't know if at that time I didn't know about Book Off, or I didn't know if I could sell it to like skebby places. But the thing was, I like threw it away in the street, and it's actually an offence to throw away porn because it's a crying shame. Yeah, there was so much of it, and the blow up doll. Yeah, Corey, you've seen that, yeah? I've just showed this earlier. This pornographic sake cup. Maybe I should, maybe I should order a sake and then start drinking out of this cup when the girls come round and see what their reaction is. I think I had two or three of those, Corey. I looked them up on the internet, and they weren't. I don't think they were all that expensive. Whew. No, I didn't. There was nothing there on Sunday. I went out on Sunday. I enjoyed it, but there was no like St. Patrick things because everyone had done it on a Saturday night. Yeah, but there was no. There was. I couldn't find, or I didn't hear of any cheap Guinness. Accu Jack for Corey. I don't know what's that, Ed. Breaking up. That's good. Yeah, I think they did, Will, with Yoshi. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, it is crossing my mind to build my upper. Well, it's not bad now, but if I really built it up and got big arms, and then really, I did it once a few years ago, but my arms needed to be bigger for the character, although it is a cartoon. Beard Papa. Yeah, there's one at the local mall, but like I said, the staff paid no attention to me, even though I bought something. Maybe I need to have the hat as well. Yeah, I think I think when you start messing about with things like that or jacuzzi pools, you're on a wrong road to somewhere bad. If anyone's going to suck me off, it's going to be a girl with pumps on, not a girl using a pump. I get it from an electrician's. Like I said before, if any of you like a first time here, please click the notification bell. There was actually, when prices were high for the Chinese Olympics, people were stealing there was like fire tower bells, and a few people died. And I'm guessing because the fire bells, they're like 70 kilograms. So I am guessing that they climbed the tower not realizing how heavy the bells were, and they tried to like carrying 70, putting 70 kilograms in your arms like that. That is very, very tough. So if you're like 30 feet above the ground and you try to take that, I'm guessing that once he took the weight, he then fell off. It's just like people fucking cutting cables from power stations. The electricity tracks. So even if you're in the thing, you don't have to touch it. The electricity will track to your body. I'm not. It's just like sweet dessert. I was looking at something yesterday in negotiation, Danish, or different kinds of Danish things. But the one I liked from there is like crispy, and then it's got vanilla on top, and then custard in the middle. But that's the limit, though, isn't it? 32k. I thought it was 23k actually. My mate Matthew from England, he's a baggage handler. Oh yeah, there's someone there's got a mochi with like a strawberry on top now. They look quite nice. Well, I think the heaviest thing that I lifted and carried was like an engine. And I think my mate Collins, big black guy, fucking strong as fuck, he did it, and then it encouraged me to try it as well. So I picked this engine up in my arms, and then I moved it to the part of the yard where he moved it, and I managed to do it. So an engine, yeah. You know, well, I guess that Freddie was a baggage handler because, like, being of Indian or that area's descent, they all went to like Heathrow. Just shows you what lazy fuckers the Indians are. They got off the plane, went to the nearest council house. Yeah, Vietnam. It wasn't all that big, but it was heavy. Yeah, it's called Hounslow, that area, the council. And I think that's where me and the wife got married as well, in that district. But that's where all the Indians are. In the south, that is. But he talked really, he imitated him, but he seemed to sound funny, Freddie Mercury. I just wondered if you put that voice on. Did you get the job? Eh? No. No, of course it's not dangerous. The only way it would be dangerous in summertime, for example, like in Las Vegas where Ed lives, sometimes they explode. But I've never heard of an explosion in like city in the city. I've never heard of an exploding transformer. But in LA, in Vegas, that is quite a common occurrence. Yeah, I know I like both. Yeah, I got shortlisted for fucking what is it now? X Factor. Yeah, they didn't call me back. The bastards. And I got a really good sob story as well. Yeah, we do have health over here. Yeah, but like I say, it's not very often I've used it. Yeah, but the thing, yeah, in England they're underground as well, but you need to keep them cool using oil. But I think in America as well, you know, they use overhead cables. I guess it looks a little bit untidy. But well, guys, I have. Yep. Well, guys, I've finished with this copper, so I am gonna put it in another container. Maybe I'll go online later when when I'm cutting the. What am I cutting? The copper cable. No, I don't. I don't think they can get out if they're in North Korea, can they? I saw Tensho yesterday. Yeah, he seems to have quietened down since he first started there. But like I say, he made an excuse that the glasses were dirty because of the different cleaning machines. But if that's the case, then fucking wash the glasses by hand. Okay, Corey. All right, I'll put it on. If I can't find your, have you got a channel, Corey? Yeah, you haven't you? I'll try to find your channel again and send you the message. All right, guys, have a good evening. Did I win the lottery? About 4,000 yen last week, but it's the Juoku end that I won, and again it's Juoku this Thursday. See you, Sergey. Bye. See you, Corey. Ed, Francois, who else is there? Angel. Initial B. I didn't see you there, pal. Hunter. I think I got everybody. Okay, I'll see you there, mate. I'll see you first message there, Initial. Sorry, pal. And thanks, Teague, for the donation, pal. Appreciate it. All right. See you guys. Bye-bye.